QB5C, not an easy dive, and you guys struggle in the beginning. There's some poor communication. Block technique looks pretty decent on the fives though, guys. That's what I mean by the poor communication. Just we're going on a pace without really seeing stuff. And yeah, I don't know if there's brain locks happening, but it looks like we've got misshapen C. And then there we should be moving on because let's just unpack this a second. All right, so we have no C. All right, so let's have a look. Fred picks up the grips and goes because he's expecting, like, I've got the longest turn, the C should be built, and that's kind of right, it should be built. Felipe's a little bit out of position, so we don't build the C. Fred's moving on. Marconi hasn't noticed that what Fred's done, and he's still trying to build the C. As soon as we feel Fred's grips go, boom, we have to move. We've got to move on because there's no way we can save time bringing Fred back and getting on a C. In fact, what we're going to do now is we haven't built the C, so we bust that. We haven't shown separation, and then we just end up with a whole train wreck, if you like. And so the fix there is build the right shapes. Fred, I know you've got the longest turn coming into the, and it's also blind as well, but just notice as you're making your move, look to the center. Hopefully you can see what's going on and you would notice that you would have to, slow down a little bit. But anyway, okay, so now Felipe's out of position. He needs to be in position for the C, a little more rotation. But then as Fred keys it, we all need to move on. Yeah, we can see Marconi is just holding the ground there. We all need to keep going. And that way we'd have just created one problem, maybe one bust instead of the 3, 4, 5, 6 points that we've just lost, etc. And it's good to practice that stuff as well, guys, you know. So don't feel like when something like that happens, it's an opportunity. You know, it's a mistake, but it's a mistake that we need to learn how to fix. We need to practice fixing as well. So, yeah, keep using those opportunities because they don't come up. And when they're coming up like this, it's almost like it's coming up in a competition. And if you can practice dealing with it correctly when you're in the slightly more stressed environment of a competition, you're more likely to react the correct way. Yeah, the rest of the dive is great, guys. Some good fives, good learning. Just use those opportunities. They're definitely gifts.